just get to here, it would be an absolute boon for us. Gentlemen, if you would please. Thank you. And also, the renaming conventions will be, the promotions will be put into full effect, I can promise you. I've got Spain here, we're at peace with Spain, not hang around anymore. Stay away from us, Britain. Oh, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. We can run, but we're not going to run now. We've lost them. So, that proves we can't go through that way. We're going to have to try and get... We've got no chance. Drats. Let's see if we can hit them. Now that's debts being settled, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. And how in everything that is right are they able to bring 8-inch mortars into this fight? Oh, excellent shooting there, sir. Yes, that is. Come on, break along the lines now, lads. Break along the line. Yes, what a fight, my friends. What a victory that was. What a wonderful, wonderful victory that was for us. And the last bastion of Barbary state tyranny ends here, sir. Knights of St. John, and this, my friends, how we left it last time, where we finally brought Tripoli here under control, well, under control, dare I say, but under siege here, bringing the first battle here of Tripoli. And I think that was a success. I think many of us can, really say that was an excellent success. We gave them a sound thrashing, those Barbary States pirates. We really did give them a real sound beating in the field there, particularly the cavalry, as many of you said. The cavalry performed excellently well there. They really, really did. And we're almost on the brink, on the precipice, my friends, of really establishing now, not a massive empire, but at least the majority of North Africa will be firmly under the Knights, the Order's control here. It really has. And many of you have been, once again, your suggestions, your advice, your plans have been absolutely incredible. They really have exemplary advice. It really is. And the majority of advice is twofold. The first is to either establish some kind of trade deal and some kind of cooperation with Spain, but also at the same time possibly have an eye on Morocco unless the Spanish take it first, in which case we might have a direct land link with Spain, which means that could open up trade there for us. And without a shadow of a doubt, probably the most important advice you've given me, and what has helped to solidify our next operation, is going to be not here in Europe, but here, my friends, in Americas, and particularly in the Caribbean, here. As many of you said, Mali, you need to try and get your foothold here, but also try and get the resources that these particular islands provide to us, and that would be here. Trinidad and Tobago, pirates, and Antigua here in the Leeward Islands. Now, as many of you said, they can provide an excellent source of income in terms of trade. Look at that, a plantation here, sugar plantation here, and of course we've also got a shipyard, but that could be made into a trade port quite easily and quite substantially here. And again, we've got a shipyard here that may be into a port, and indeed then we've got here, look at that, a high yield sugar plantation and Antigua Leeward Islands. Look at that, that's been fully upgraded. That is a fully upgraded capital as well, so the income tax would be absolutely booming there straight from the off. And also then as well here, this has been fully upgraded as well to a full, I think that is possibly a palace. I believe that's probably a palace there. So that's been fully upgraded, as you can see, with a town surrounding it and some barracks in there as well. So once again, this could provide us with a wonderful, wonderful opportunity here. But also consider this as well, and as many of you have said, consider the strategic positioning of these islands. It allows you to strike in different directions. For example, if the Dutch fold, and if the French sort of are successful in sort of eliminating the sort of Dutch, then look at that, because we've got New Spain in here as well. So New Spain are at war with the Dutch as well as Spain itself. So, and also then I think, as you can see here, the United Provinces have retaliated against the French here. So there's a bit of a tit for tat here in terms of the sort of hitting of one another's sort of resources in the Caribbean. We are not concerned by that. That does not concern us at all, what happens between these two nations. That is between them. What we will be doing is, once we've established our foothold here within these pirate islands, if they are not taken before we get there, then we will see if one of these two nations fold, or at least maybe the Dutch fold. We can jump in here and probably take Dutch Guyana. As you can see, it might have some low yield, but look at that, an average yield here in a gem minefield, low yield gold minefield. We've got plantations as well, we've got a port, a trading port as well, Demerara. So it really would be an absolute, and even there a timber or a logging camp as it were. So this really would provide an abundance of income, it really would, and possibly even here. But again, look at that, they've not even built the mines here. So that would provide us with the possibility of a stupendous amount of income. But first of all, we have to get there. First of all, we have to get into this theatre of operations here. And indeed, in the wider scheme of things, what if the Dutch do collapse? Then Punda here would then become available, and they're upgrading this trading port here as well. They've got Weaver's Cottage here. They've got a high yield sugar plantation. You know, some of these islands are absolutely bursting at the seams with trade. It really are. And trade equals gold, my friends, and gold equals armies. And that is what we're after. And indeed, New Spain is still holding out quite well here. It is still the power here. Of course, it is the backbone of the Spanish Empire in the Americas, and it is indeed propped up by the Spanish to a greater degree. As you can see, we've got the Pueblo Nations here. Many have also said, man, try and take out the native Indians if possible here. That is something we will definitely look at. But at the moment, we're going to keep our eyes firmly fixed on the prize here of the pirates here. But first of all, we've got to get ourselves established here in North Africa. We have to get our economy. And as many of you said, Mala, your economy is absolutely now vital that you focus on your economy now, probably above anything else, but also adding in units both to the Navy and to the Army here and there. We ideally would like to get this army here that is sieging Tripoli up to a full stack army. That will then see an army that is already seen its sort of number of battles. It's already seen a good number of battles, which means you can see a number of these units are already veteran units here. I've already seen and been in the mud and blood here of the battles in North Africa, and they really have proven their worth. They really have countless times here, both in Algiers and in Tripoli. Now, because we'll take Tripoli, and this is the last bastion of the sort of Barbary states, we will meet much stronger resistance here once we take Tripoli, because of course the population is used to being under Barbary state rule. They obviously like that rule, they were comfortable with that rule. When you have a new ruler coming in, and especially if you're the last sort of bastion, the last area, the last city to fall, then you will have increasing resistance to that. Now, we've still got the British as well on our doorstep here, but they haven't done anything as yet. And to be honest with you, I'm not really concerned about their naval forces. The Navy's not going to do much to us unless they blockade Malta, in which case there's not a lot we can do about that. But this we're not really concerned about here. They do have a lot of cavalry, but I think our army would probably do well in this battle if we can take Tripoli and bring this under our control. Growth is also going quite well here. As you can see, this is 10 now, 10 gold now per turn, so it increased already. We've also got growth going up here, 62 turns for Kesri, that's a long time, but Algiers does fare better, 22 turns here until Bajai is a town. We've got 8 gold here and 0.61%, not 1% growth here yet, but it's getting that way, it's creeping up that way. We've also unlocked the tax here, so we're really trying to push as hard as we can here to try and absolutely take every single piece of gold we can out of these economies to drive our future plans forward. Now, Also, and here's the intriguing bit here. Here's the really intriguing bit here. As you can see here, Poland has expanded. Now, the reason why I've come up here is because we've also had some advice saying, Mala, if you want to try and get some technology, Prussia might be the nation to sort of ask for technology in terms of, instead of for money. Now, so whilst we're up here, as many of you might notice, look at the great swathe here of land that the Poles have taken. But crucially, Poland is at war with the Ottoman Empire. Now that, my friends, really does open up a huge possibility that if the Poles move into the Ottoman territory and Ottomans start to collapse in any great number, we might have the opportunity to absolutely pounce on that. Now, that also runs a risk of Poland declaring war upon us because they might see us as stepping on their toes. Now, that is something we have to consider. Their allies are Russia, which again we have to be careful of, because if we go to war with Poland, that will surely drag in Russia. But they've also got the Maratha Confederacy, which is again really starting to build up steam here in India. As you can see, they've taken a great swathe here of the Indian territories, especially the most important cities of Hyderabad, Bijapur and Mysore. So they have probably the real power base here is firmly in their control here. So there's a possibility that the Maratha Confederacy might come out on top in this civil war here. But we're going to keep out of it, but we're going to keep an eye on it because it might affect us in the long run. And also, as you can see here, they've got France as an ally as well. We definitely don't want France to be up against us. But that's plus 14, because you can see they're probably happy that we are taking on the pirates. So that possibly could be the reason why some of these nations are starting to look on us a little bit more kindly. But we have to finish off this here. We've got our gentlemen here. We're waiting for some technology to come our way. We need to take up, either wait and hope that we don't find any more battles till we get technology, or we have to try and get some technology either by taking a place that has technology or by trading technology. Now, we've almost got 2,000 per turn, and the reason we've got that is because here in the East Indies trade node here, we've got this fleet here bringing in 1,674 here, and it really is pretty much keeping us afloat. It really is. As you can see, the East Indies, look at the spices here. 31 gold for each spice. Look how many spices we've got. We've got 54 pounds of spice coming in here. That is an absolute mammoth amount here. And look at the trade value here. Look at that. We're exporting to the Ottoman Empire. 30 pounds of that spice is going to the Ottoman Empire. And look at that. Look at the bonus on here. 220 here. And look at that. We got double bonus here. And we've got 1,772. We've got 24 pounds of spices going to New Spain. So they are absolutely soaking up those spices, and that's why we're going to keep adding as much as we can here. Now it does look like here we've got Venice, Maratha and Sweden, so these are already taken, and this of course is taken by the 13 colonies. We're going to keep adding to this, but also we're going to send some ships out to spy and to gather intelligence on other, maybe the Streets of Madagascar, or maybe not, sir. Maybe not. Where else can we look at here? What about Ivory Coast? Maratha Confederacy. There must be a significant... We're going to send out a ship just to scout these areas out as well, I think. And that way then we will definitely know what is about. So I think what we will probably do is, while we've got a chance, is we'll actually put a sloop here. No, actually no. We'll put a light galley into production. That's going to be our scout ship here. They will be able to move much faster than us there, and it'll enter into America and the Mid-Atlantic, and then it will move through the theatres trying to find another trade node for us. How long here? 2 more turns, and then that'll be another fight. If we can bring Tripoli under our control, it'll be absolutely fantastic. But let's end the turn, my friends, and let's see what happens here. Let's see what Britain does indeed. Gentlemen, thank you. Ooh. Looks like France has gone for Venice in quite a vigorous way there. Austria. Spain. Spain has been harassing the Ottoman Empire quite vigorously. Hang on a minute. Where is Spain going exactly? It looks like the French port there is under siege. But by whom? Or was that Portugal? We will have to check. Now, what will the Ottomans do here? Because I got a feeling that eventually the Poles will probably make a move against the Ottomans once they've dealt with Prussia and indeed Austria. We might see just a gigantic swathe of Eastern Europe, and possibly in the middle of Europe, the Central Europe, falling under Polish control, under Polish influence, with maybe allies of the Poles taking those. Now, as you can see, we are not sort of moving past the Ottoman Empire turn, because we really want to see what they're doing, because what happens to the Ottoman Empire is of some importance to us, because they are such an important trading nation with us. Our largest trading nation. If we go against the Ottomans, we're going to lose a big chunk of our income. There's Russia. They're obviously after somebody, but whom? Oh, after the Ottomans, of course, because they're at war with the Ottomans, so they're after the Ottomans. Sweden, the Marathons, New Spain, nothing as yet. Morocco, nope. Mughal Empire. Denmark, Portugal, Venice, again the absolute menace of the Ottomans, but as long as the Venetians keep... Oh, steady, gentlemen, steady now. I just wish that Spain would declare war against the British. That would be fantastic for us, it really would. Wait a minute, sir. Of course, we have another sloop joining the fray here, and look at that, look at the New Spain. They've brought an absolute monstrous fleet here. Oh, 2130. 2430, look at that. 9111 here. We not too bad there at all. But we've got New Spain. Could we request an alliance, I wonder, with New Spain? Unfortunately not, sir, but we are very friendly with them, which is very good to see. We've got a good trading nation with them, Ottoman Empire as well. Got a lot of trade going that way. They're only unfriendly with us here. Could we get peace? I'm not sure we can get peace, but it's worth a try. Nope. Obviously, clearly not on friendly terms with us yet. Could we get any oh my goodness me, look at that. We are falling way behind here in terms of what we can get here. Let's try and get something out of it at least. Oh, what about Prussia? Oh, that is, we just want plug bayonets. Okay, looks like we're going to be doing that ourselves, which is absolutely fine. Excellent, now that's been recruited, so we're going to send that immediately on this mission here to gain as much intelligence for us as we can. As you can see, just 2 crew, but that's all we... Oh, jeepers. They're not going to get very far there, are they? Especially if the British come for us. So we will just possibly try and hide in there. Almost got that under because the more they're under siege, the more damage they're going to take, which is excellent for us. And then they should be removing those feet. Actually, what we could do here, I think what we will do is invest here in this major fishery. As you can see, that's going to bring in population growth and additional regional wealth. So I think we'll just take the plunge there and do that. 2430. Look at that trade income, 4268. We really do have to really push as hard as we can here with this. And I think what we will do as well is we'll invest in another... I wonder if we can invest... I think next time we'll invest in a privateer. We'll try and build up our naval forces a little bit. But then again, we could actually... oh, we can't recruit anything from here yet. But what can we recruit once this major fishery is up? That there, a 4th rate ship of the line. It's going to cost us a little bit here, but if we can put that into our fleet, that will add a little bit of added fire. But they've got an absolute ton of those. Look at that. They've got 2 of those, and they've got 4 fifth rates. Oh, they're bringing some serious firepower, aren't they? But we've got another trading port here, which should bring in some income to us if we can take Tripoli. Got no research at all, which is an absolute... I wonder if any of the small nations have got any research we can possibly... They've got nothing at all either. What about Italian states? Have they got any technology at all? Just canister shot. I wonder if they'd be interested in... No, they're just not. No one's going to trade their technology, which is fine. We shall do the best we can to cope with what we got here, Austria. Ideally, we'd like to get up another army. Now, look at the Spanish here. They are starting to put in a lot of troops into Gibraltar. Is that... Yes, and look at that. Portugal is under siege. Or... Yeah, Portugal is under siege. I wonder who's besieging Portugal. Could it be Spain? Russia. We might see a little bit of edge there, my friends. It did take quite a turn, or a long time, that turn there for the Ottomans. So we might see a little bit of an edit there. But I think the Ottomans are taking some hits in Greece, but as long as that one port that we're using to trade with them stays open, then we should be okay. But Venice, again, packing quite a powerful punch here. I wonder who's besieging Portugal. That would be an intriguing... Look at who is taking that there. But I think we're going to have the Barbary states making one final attempt to try and break the siege here. Indeed. But ooh, that is a close call right there. That is a real close call. We are not going to want to resolve this because these mortars are an absolute menace. They really are. But we take this fight, my friends. We take this fight forthwith. We shall not yield. We can finally bring the majority, the vast swathe of North Africa under our control here. We're not going to leave it to fate here to decide what's going to happen here. We're going to take the fight here. Really crush these Barbary states in once and for all. Bring an end to one of the great pirating nations here. And then we're going to set our sights on the other pirates in the world. The ones in the Caribbean. As you have recommended, this is absolutely, my friends, 100% your campaign here. It really, really is. And I think we're going to probably do the same thing we did last time, though. The trees here are a wonderful camouflage. But we did have very, very good success here by using and hiding the cavalry within this sort of different, groupings of sort of forest here and undergrowth. So really look at that. We can use that to hide most of our forces here. We've got this fantastic artillery at our disposal. And it really has proven its worth here. Laying down some excellent firing cover. Covering fire, should I say even. We've got some horse cavalry here. And also we've still got the first light, which I think we can possibly put in this outcrop here. Now, are they hit? They are. Look at that. Now, it's a little bit closer to our lines, and not as far as it was before. It was here, and it was too far away, I felt. So we're going to put... Look at that. What a magnificent sight there. And I think this time we shall put 2. Gentlemen, please. We shall put 2 of our regiments of horse here. Both hidden, indeed, just so we can really have that extra additional punch here. The cavalry did perform excellently well here last time. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We really are fighting right on the very tether of what we can here, but we haven't given up. We shall never give up. I think we'll have the 4th Regiment here, once again in the vanguard of the defence here. This time we can indeed have trenches of the 3rd Regiment here on the right. 1st Regiment, the symbolic 1st Regiment here on the left. Look at that. Knights of St. John's. We need fire by rank. That is what we desperately need to get. And we need 8th Regiment here, again on the right. 20 men have been killed in this regiment, but they've stood their ground, sir. 9th Regiment. We'll try and pull the Barbary States into this sort of trap here we've laid for them with the cavalry. I think, whom else do we need here? We've got the 2nd Regiment, which we'll put here. The 5th Regiment is 210. I think what we will do is we'll actually put these gentlemen here. And again, there, thus. Now we've got African native infantry here, which again we'll put here in the back line, just as an anti-sort of charge regiment, just in case we are charged. There's a chance that we might be. General's bodyguard, of course, here on Overwatch. Now I don't believe we've got anybody else, any other regiments, any other forces that can be used. No, this area is now being cleared. All forces have been transferred to this left flank. As you can see, not a very sort of even line here, but it's gone with the shape of the land here. It's moulded itself with the shape of the land. Now I think we can take this final fight with the Barbary States. This is the death throes of the Barbary States. One thing I can absolutely assure you is we're not going to be going out to meet them. And why are they not doing anything? So, they wait to move in line. They've got their mortars outside this time. Interesting, sir. Right, those mortars can absolutely tear you to pieces if you're not careful. They really are the bane of my life. But this is interesting. General's bodyguard. Desert warriors. Once again looking, and they're all clearly moving in here to... Ah, they're moving out already. Well, if they want to fight, they shall receive it. As you look at these fortifications, they are absolutely magnificent. They really are wonderful architecture. I absolutely love sort of the Middle Eastern forts. They really are wonderful to see. Look at that. So much better than sort of the Western style forts. Because they also have many of these sort of different firing ranges. They have the up and down sort of sections here as well. You can see the 2-tier firing sections, which are fantastic to have. They really are. It looks like they're coming out for us. The mortars are going to charge into the fight here, which is fine. Why they would do that, we're still not sure, but it's good for us. We shall finally vanquish our foe here, which we've been after for a long time. What is that range, gentlemen? Oh, look at that. They should be firing already. The range of these cannon is pretty vast. Ah. Don't tell me they're hitting the tree. Do not tell me they're hitting the tree, sir. Camel Nomads, General's bodyguard. Let's try and hit the General's bodyguard here. Oh, that's going to hit the tree. Bang on there. Yeah. Yes, indeed it is. That was probably not the best idea. We... Not quite. We don't quite have the range. The camel nomads. Let's just switch the targets here. Did we await with bated breath here? Why they have died, I have not a clue. Are they just firing into the ground here? You shall perish, sir. It looks like we're going to come into quite a lot of pressure. We're going to switch the 2nd Regiment onto this flank here in preparation to meet that threat. Oh, look at this. What a sight. Steady now. Wait till the order. Wait for the order. They didn't see that coming. Charge, gentlemen. Finish them off, lads. Show them no mercy. Swarm over them, lads. Get that general for us. knights! Kill them all! Show them no mercy, show them no mercy. Oh, what a wonderful sight here. The cavalry's absolutely butchered them. Oh, this is fantastic to see. Look at that. The knights once again ride into action. Wait for the impact, lads. Wait for the impact. Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. Send them. Yes! We've done it, my friends. We've done it. We've actually broken the Barbary states. They got 49 men. We lost 62 men there. Oh, it's almost fallen now under our control. Pirates are moving out. Yes, we've done it. We've done it. We've taken it. Tripoli Atana is ours. Tripoli has fallen. +1 to morale, +1 commanding leading infantry units. Absolutely fantastic. The first thing we'll do is going to repair this no matter what the cost. 2563 here. But they are mad. Oh my goodness me, they are mad. We're going to immediately exempt them from tax, which is going to bring that down by 2 only. But we're going to have to really possibly brace ourselves for some serious rebellion here. We've got Surt here, which is now a trading port. Which is going to bring in what for us exactly? 200 region wealth, +2 trade routes, and +1 to town wealth in the region. Which is good. That's excellent. Improves export capacity, increases trade values, which is good. Trade is 4334. We mustn't forget here. We're going to be navigating. Wait a minute. We'll send action to Brazil. Before it gets there, we'll just send it this to the West African. We can't actually go into there. Go to East Africa. Actually, we'll go to Brazil. I think we'll go to Brazil. We've actually finally brought this under control. Now, if we get this, what will that bring us? That'll bring us +4 to repression. Look at the tax bonus as well. And also we'll be able to get some more colonial light infantry here, which means building up our armies as well. But we must now firmly establish ourselves economically here. So we need a governor's palace to be built here for the tax income. How far off of that now? Another 3 turns until that is ready. Here as well, we probably need to put a royal observatory in here, because that's going to give us happiness here and also +8 to town wealth. Whew. Oh, look at that. That's got that shot up there. Oh, it's 1 now, under control. Only 46 turns to Kesserine. Last time it was 66. We are slowly getting hold of the growth here as well. And 8 here only. And that's going to be, yes, under full control. Only 19 turns here. Oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So growth is really starting to shoot up here now. Growth is very small here, but not doing too bad. The port is giving us 160 in terms of regional wealth. Town wealth is pretty high here. Look at that income, 709. I think we'll get another sloop. But no, I think we'll only get a sloop once we find out what's going on there. I think what we'll do in the next turn is invest in probably a royal observatory. Or we'll put, I think, the governor's palace in place here in Algiers to really cement our hold on the region. Now we've got that under control. Also, what we could do is also start bringing some of this army up to rude health. And actually, they've come out of this pretty well, this army, I must confess. Much better than I thought it would be. Much better than I thought it would be. Only the cavalry has taken a beating, and that is to be expected because they were at the forefront of the fight. I think we'll do that, the cavalry, and that there as well. I think the cavalry will be done next after we've done the infantry. And then we're going to start to build our infantry up again here. But again, it must be balanced out by economic growth as well. Excellent. I wonder if Spain would like an alliance with us. No. But not to worry. We shall soon get around that. But what will that give us? Will it give us any additional... Give us additional recruitment, but no additional... Right, let's end the turn. Let's not wait around any longer. Let's see what comes out from the rebellion. There's bound to be some kind of rebellion. United Provinces. Oh. Spain. Are Spain going to make a move for Morocco? If they're not, then potentially... I know we've also had some wonderful advice about Morocco, maybe going for Morocco. Now that is... possibly could be a dangerous turn here. And... now... we are not going to give them 2,900 for this. Although military alliance would be beneficial to us. I would prefer just to have a military alliance. Yes. Okay, so we've got a military alliance now with the Ottomans, which means that anybody who declares war upon us goes up against the Ottomans. We've also put ourselves in a position where we might be possibly a little bit less worse off with other nations because we've declared it's not an allegiance but an alliance with the Ottomans. Mind you, we've got the Ottomans sort of covering our back, as it were. Maybe that'll put off a few other of the nations, like Spain, maybe France, maybe Britain. I'll think twice. Ottomans. Russia. Sweden. And pirates, whom we really want to try and keep an eye on it. Ooh, there it is. We knew that would be coming, but it's almost under control here. That's fine, we expected that. We've got to be careful here, we don't get ourselves in any sort of trouble. You are joking, you... I thought then for a brief moment. Whoa. Look at that, already we're in here. Oh dear. Sugar, coast of Brazil, sugar loaves, look at that. 3107, that is incredible. We've got to try and use that as best we can. We can get some more in, but we've got problems here. As you can see, that rebellion has already kicked in here. So, what we are going to do is we're going to recruit some militia. We're also going to put the governor's palace into place, I think. Yes, in here, in Algiers. It's important that we establish ourselves here. It really is important we establish ourselves in Algiers. We've got to commit to this. But we're also going to commit to increasing our trade off that coast there. We're going to get the sloop of war. And also an additional that light galley there. No, we don't want that, do we? Sixth rate. We shall wait until we get another other sloop. What about here? A light galley. Not going to be enough really. We've really got to absolutely use those trade nodes as best we can here. But we've taken that trade node here in Brazil. Are there any others available? Because if we can really get up, mind you, we've got these blasted pirates here. Now, oh, look at that. Now, it looks like the Spanish here will actually stretch to cover us, which is excellent to see. And also, no, not quite. Denmark won't, but this will actually stretch to cover us. This Spanish fifth rate here. And they got a galleon. But we'll have to keep our fingers crossed here. We can keep this open here. There's a possibility we might be able to get these trade nodes as well, which would be phenomenal. It really would. Come on, we need to bring this under control here now. Infrastructure is okay here as well. Yeah, let's invest. Let's get these gentlemen back up to full strength. They'd increase the garrison. Look at that already. This general is looking absolutely mighty fine here. We're battling against the Ottomans. Expert siege defender. Okay, let's end the turn. Let's see what happens, my friends here. Let's see if we can bring Tripoli under our control here now. And this might be the last episode, my friends. I do apologise for this shorter episode, but I've got quite a busy day tomorrow, so it could... Oh, well done, Spain. So it could be a little bit of a shorter episode, my friends, and that's why it's good we've got Spain here, because they're going to deal with that. Prussia, Poland, Ottomans, Russia, obviously moving in against the Ottomans quite vigorously here. Excuse any noise in the background there, my friends. Mughal Empire, they've not really done much in terms of, we haven't seen much action from them. We got Venice, but they've left the Ottomans alone. We could see a resurgence here in the Ottomans. They really have expanded quite aggressively. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute, there's minus 11 still. So we have to recruit here, I think, to bring this under control, because otherwise we're going to have some problems here. 8 growth. Excellent. That's under control there. Growth is pretty good here. What's it? 17 here, 17 turns. Hopefully if we can get this Governor's Palace built, it will bring things under control a little bit sooner. Oh, look at that. 4,000! What? We'll have to spend a gigantic amount of our income here for this. It's going to bring us down to 5,000. Mind you, we'll be back up to 8,000. I just cannot, but that is an absolute fiendish amount there. That is absolutely scandalous, the amount we've got to pay for that. Wow. But we've got to bite the bullet there. We'll move this sloop. And we're going to... Sorry about that, my friends. I'll take a phone call there. And we're going to send this ship now to South America and Brazil. Oh, wonderful to see. adding to our already considerable trade nodes here. We can also might possibly have a scout around with this ship as well to see any more trade nodes are available. We might be able to grab ourselves some additional ones there. But that was a real body blow there. That's Sublime Port. Hopefully we can soon get these under control here. Ministers, 11%. Well, I think though, my friends, we're going to probably end this episode here on that sort of bombshell there of that Tripoli being under siege. But if we can get that high port and bring that back in, that should bring the repression high here. And we should, with additional forces hopefully brought in, we should, as the forces here grow stronger, as they replenish, we should find ourselves under firm control here. As you can see, 16 here, the growth. Look at that town growth there, because it causes no tax. We have to bring, look at that, they really don't like us at all. Occupational 28, that is staggering, it really is. Minus 11 here. It's offset by all of these. 12 here. 19. 24, 34. Should we bring that under control? But then again, look at the religious unrest, pretty high there. But minus 11 there, that's quite high there. But if we broke this high port, which we spent most of our good chunk of our money on, but we've almost got 3,000 coming back in here as well. So that'll be nearly back up to 8,000 there. So that's not too bad at all, considering. But my friends, we're going to end this episode here. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. We've managed at last to grab ourselves an alliance with a pretty potent foe here. The Ottomans are holding their own here. And look at that. Poland have actually taken the Crimea, which is highly unusual here. But still, the Ottomans are standing strong here, which is good to see. And hopefully they remain that way, because we've now got we're in an alliance with them. And hopefully they are putting together some excellent units here. They've just got the Janissaries here, but hopefully they're going to continue to expand here and keep that growth of theirs going, because we really do need it, and vice versa. And Greece, which is always constantly under blockade for some reason, I'm not sure why, but as you can see here, look at this. There's a lot of fighting going on in a lot of these towns. A lot of fighting here. A lot of raiding by the seams of it. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, thank you so much, my friends, for your support in this campaign so far, for all your advice, all your plans, your strategies, your tactics. They've been absolutely wonderful. They really, really have. And they really has helped shape and mould this campaign. As soon as we've brought Tripoli and the rebellion, the possible rebellion, into control, we've established ourselves and our economy as firmly as we can here, we are going to then look at really trying to push on a bit further, maybe to Morocco, and more than likely going to be looking at the pirate isles here. These really could provide us with a significant boost to our income here, specifically these regions, because they've got so much available to them. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here, and I hope whatever you're having a good week thus far. Please be careful whatever you're doing. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.